Hello and welcome to Craft with Sarah and my third video on making 3D cardstock ornaments with a Cricut machine. In the first video, I shared some pre-made designs with you and showed you how to put them together after you've cut them out. In the second video, I provided some blank template ornaments for you to design your own using the images in Cricut Access. And now we're on to part 3. We're taking that designing one step further and creating custom photo ornaments using Cricut's Print Then Cut feature. So I've got an example here, and this just uses some stock images I found online of a family at Christmas. But you could make these with your own favourite family pictures, or you could perhaps do pictures of your pet, or you could even use them to make a baby's first Christmas bauble and then make a new one every year with photographs from that year. And that way you'd have a lovely collection that shows your child or children growing up as they go through each Christmas. I've cut this from glossy photo paper, which is why you can see it's got that lovely shine on the sides. So let's find out how to add photographs into the custom designs in Cricut Design Space and how to add patterns onto the edges for even more Christmas cheer. Let's get started. You can download the free cutting file for this project at craftwithsarah.com/free-svgs or follow the link in the description of this video to go straight to the download page. The download comes in a zip folder and you need to unzip this before you can upload the files into Cricut Design Space. When you've downloaded and unzipped the folder, it's time to get the SVG file for the ornament template into Cricut Design Space. Open up Design Space and start a new project, and then go into Upload over on the left, and then Upload Image. You can then either click Browse to find a file on your computer, or drag and drop it in. Within the unzipped version of the folder, you've got a circular ornament and an oval ornament. For this Print Then Cut version, the circular ornaments do tend to work best just because you've got a little bit more surface area on the side panel shape to work with. So I'll look in there, and within there, go into SVG files. And then you've got 5 different versions of the ornament. They all make the same size design. The only difference is the little shapes that appear on the top of the side panels. As I'm doing a Christmas ornament, I'll drag in the one that says tree in the file name. Press Upload. And then when it's under your recent uploads, click on it to get the green border, and then press Add to Canvas. And this is what I mean about the Christmas trees. You see, I've got little Christmas tree pictures on each of these side panels. The other designs are a circle, a heart, a star, and my favourite and the original, a little Gothic railing or Art Deco style arrow shape thing. But this one, Christmas photos, so we'll go for the Christmas tree. Click on the design and press the ungroup button to separate out all of those layers. Next, we need to upload our photograph. So go into Upload again, and then Upload Image. I'm going to drag in a stock image that I found online. Choose Complex as your image type, and then press Continue. You don't need to change anything on this screen, just press Apply and Continue. And then choose Print Then Cut Image, and press Upload. Click the photo in your recent uploads, and press Add to Canvas. And it will probably load in really big, so make it a little smaller so it will be easier to work with. You might notice a yellow exclamation mark next to the photo, and when you click it, it tells you it's low resolution. This is a new feature that Cricut brought in recently to Design Space to try and warn you if you've uploaded a particular picture which might not print very well if it's low quality. However, I'm not entirely sure it's working too well, as it pretty much always seems to say the image is a low resolution. So if it was up to me, I would just ignore that message and just pretend it's not there. It will be fine, especially since we're printing these so small anyway, it's gonna be fine. All right, we'll zoom in a bit to make this easier to see. we need to cut the photo so it will fit in the shape of the panel. To do this, take one of the little inner pieces, these little solid shapes. Click Arrange, Bring to Front to move it on top of the photo. And then under Operation, change it to a guide. Now you can't really see. If I move it off there, you can see better. It's now changed, so it's just a pink outline. But it means when I put it over my photo, zoom in a bit more so we can see. You can see the outline just about, and then resize and move the photo until you're happy with where it is appearing within that shape. Now bear in mind, these shapes are a little bit bigger than the hole in the side panels, so you are going to lose a little bit of the detail around the edge. Bear that in mind when you're changing the size. Make sure you only change the size of the photo. Do not resize your pink guide shape. When you're happy with how that's looking, select both of those layers. You can see I've got my guide and my print then cut photo, and press Slice. And that will cut the guide out of the photo. We don't need that guide layer anymore. I'll just delete that one. And we want to keep this piece and delete the outline. And then choose one of your side panels. It doesn't matter which one. I've just grabbed this one because it's closest. And I want to select both of those and go Align Center. This is looking a bit messy at the moment because the photo is on top of the side panel. Let's just click my side panel, Arrange, Bring to Front, and then we get that nice border. Now at the moment, the side panel is still separate, so it can be cut from cardstock if you want, and then you can just print then cut the photo inside and stick it to the back. But you can also merge it into one and use the printer to print that shape too. Before we do that, let's be super fancy and add a pattern inside of this green for even more Christmas cheer. Under Operation, I'll change it to a print then cut. You can then click the colour box and that brings up this little shape. Click in here and change it to pattern. Design Space does have quite a few patterns already loaded that you can choose from. If I just choose a random one, let's go for this one. You see that's going to add that pattern in there, so your printer will print this too. You can edit the pattern, for example, scale it up to make the pattern bigger, or you can scale it down to make it smaller, and you can also rotate and flip the pattern if you want to. Or you can upload your own pattern. I found some pattern images from creativefabrica.com. They have thousands and thousands to choose from, and I will link that in the description of this video for if you want to find them. But any repeating pattern graphic that you have will work beautifully for this. To upload your own, go onto Upload and then choose Pattern Fill, and then Upload Pattern. These are the different patterns I've downloaded from Creative Fabrica, and I am going to go for just this top one. So I'll drag that in, and then you don't need to change anything. You can give it a name if you want to. Press Upload. Now this time, because it's a pattern, it takes you to the upload screen, but you won't see your pattern here. That's fine. It doesn't appear with all of your uploaded SVG files. Instead, click the upload button to go back to the canvas, and we'll click here to find our shape, and then, oops, wrong one, click that one, and under pattern, you should now see your pattern appear. There is a little bug in Design Space at the time of recording this video that hopefully will be fixed by the time you're actually watching this, but if not, the bug at the moment is that it doesn't let you see your pattern when you've uploaded it. So these are some I've uploaded previously. I can't see the one that I have just uploaded. Maybe if I change it back to a basic cut and then back to print and cut, it might magically appear. No, it doesn't seem to be there. Now, I know I've got it because I've uploaded it previously. This is my previous version. So yeah, if it doesn't appear, unfortunately, until Cricut fixed that, there's probably not going to be a way to get it. But like I said, there are loads to choose from just by default. And there is my one. So I'm just going to make the pattern a bit smaller. Right, now I need to put these back together. So let's drag a box that touches both of them, go align, and then center. And then to turn this into one layer instead of two, press flatten down the bottom of the layers panel. And that has joined that, so it's now just one piece. That means you'll print this on your home printer, and then the Cricut will just cut around the edge of this, and you can slot it into the ornament nice and simple. And that's all there is to it, to making customizable, printable ornaments with your photographs in. You could either do a different photo for every side, or you could just duplicate the same one if you want the same picture on everyone, and then just delete the leftover ones if you don't need them. When you click make, you'll see that it will separate this out. I've still got my main bauble to be cut out from my green cardstock, and of course I've still got these 4 empty panels because I haven't changed them yet. And again, I've still got them just because I didn't delete them, but it's fine. I'm not actually going to make this just yet. I'm just showing you what it looks like. This is the print then cut sheet. You can see they are nicely on there. If you're new to print and cut with your Cricut machine, check the link in the description of this video, and I'll link to another tutorial where I go through the full print and cut process. I'm also not going to show you in this video how to put the bauble together because I've done that in a previous video, so I'll link to that one as well. Go ahead and check that out in the description of this video, or you can go to craftwithsarah.com and have a look for it on there. If you type in 3D ornament into the search, the tutorial will come up. So there we have it. That is our printable photograph ornaments. But before I finish, I'll just show you one more time what it looks like when it's all put together. Here's how my photo ornament looks when it's all put together. And you can see I've chosen a really similar colour card for the main structure that matches the pattern on my print then cut edges really well. So it all looks really cohesive and like everything belongs together. I hope you enjoyed this video on how to make photo ornaments with your Cricut machine. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel for loads more Christmas Cricut crafts, Design Space tutorials, and Cricut crafts for any occasion really. If you like the concept of these slot together ornaments, be sure to follow along as I've got even more similar projects coming out very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!